So my name's Corey Trimble. I work here at the Experience Community. Started the church 13 years ago, and I'm currently the senior pastor of our campus here in Murfreesboro, and then in charge of our other campuses that we have around Middle Tennessee. Whenever I tell my story, it's weird. I tell people I don't have a lot of memories of my early childhood. The first vivid memory that I really have was when I was 11. And that's when my parents told me that they were going to get divorced. They were going to separate. And my dad, he would disappear for weeks at a time when I was 11, 12 years old. I was that kid that wore a necklace with like a key on it. Started smoking weed at 12. Started smoking cigarettes, 2 packs a day at 12. I lost my virginity to a girl in the neighborhood when I was 14 years old. So I slipped into really bad depression. Tried to take my life for the first time when I was about to be 16. My father had heart medication, and I ate a whole bottle of his heart medication, tried to take my life, and had to be rushed to the hospital. Started doing drugs a lot more. Moved from smoking weed to I started doing cocaine and crack and speed and pills and things like that. When my second friend died from drug use, that scared me quite a bit. And I basically confessed to my father that I had been using cocaine and harder drugs, and went to a place called Cumberland Heights, which is like an outpatient 12-step recovery center, and got pretty clean when I was 16. My dad had bought me a gun for some reason, and I had that gun in my mouth once upon a time, and now I believe it was the hand of God, but I felt something kind of pull that out of my hands, and I laid it down and sold the gun. But at the time I didn't know what that feeling was. So again, struggled with depression, continued on down this road. At 17, my father and I's relationship had gotten so bad to where my stepmother and he drew up legal papers, and I was officially emancipated from my father, disowned. In my junior year of high school, I moved in with my mother. So I was emancipated from my father, moved in with my mother. In my junior year, I met my wife, and I thought maybe if I could get to this girl before she learned my reputation, then maybe I would have a shot with her. And I did. I got a date with her before she learned how bad of a guy I was, and instantly fell in love with her. I was very athletic, played a lot of sports, and I played music, and I basically quit everything because I just wanted to be with her all the time. And she made me better. She made me a better person. Got me cleaned up. I basically stopped doing everything except I smoked lots of cigarettes, but I would never smoke around her because I didn't want her to get grossed out. Or she's the reason why I went to college. The reason why I ended up in Murfreesboro is because I followed her. I was a horrible student. She was a great student. And I found out she was going to MTSU for biology. And so I said, well, I guess I should go to college because she's going to meet a smarter, better looking guy than me, so I need to go to college. So I signed up for MTSU, ended up getting a bachelor's degree in English and film studies was my minor. The first year of college at MTSU, I got signed to a record label based out of Japan. And so when I should have been in class, I was on tour. And was touring all over the country playing punk rock music. Did that for a couple of years, ran my relationship with my now wife, but I ran it into the ground, treated her terribly. The band ended up falling apart. Lead singer eventually took his life. And so I didn't know what to do at that point. I had nothing concrete to stand on. I had no music, I didn't have this person in my life. I don't have any relationship with my family to speak of. My health had gone away. I'd lost my job. I literally had nothing. And so in the summer of 2002, I was suicidal for the 3rd time, and it was a pretty serious attempt. Bought a bunch of vodka from a place here in town, locked myself in a room in my house, and drank a case of vodka trying to just kill myself. I did that for 3 days. In the first week of August 2002, I don't know the date, but it was August of 2002, I remember that's when I literally stumbled into a church on a Wednesday morning about 10 o'clock. And that's when I became a Christian. I laid on this guy's floor and cried because I had nobody, I had nothing. And it sounds really cliche and cheesy, but I found God lying on this guy's floor, just weeping. It was at that point that everything changed.